Hey everyone, I'm put into the 25 days of Tai Chi walking, a series to overcome quad dominance and to build a posterior chain pattern more into the body. What is quad dominance? It is basically the quads wanting to do the quadriceps, your thigh muscles, wanting to do the job all the time. So the body's calling on mainly those muscles. So the neurology or your brain thinks that when you do a squat or some kind of squatting motion, do your Tai Chi, that thinks that the quads should take all the weight. So there's a few things to it. There's inability of the body to let the quads go and relax down into the feet, so the integration into the feet. So that's a big part of the Tai Chi training. It's already doing some quad dominance reversal sort of stuff. What the posterior chain is is the glutes in particular, glutes and hamstrings, and calves to a degree too, is getting them more activated so they take more of a role. So for example, when you do a squat, if the glutes and hamstrings would take up maybe 70%, just to figure out of my brain, 70% of the load, and the quads take the rest of the 30%, for example, that's a good posterior chain pattern when you do squats. If you're quad dominant, it might be 70% of the squat, the quads do most of the work 70%. And what it means is that there can be knee issues that come, there can be aching in the knees after doing Tai Chi practice, there can be patella tendon or quadricep tendon opathies, so long time problems with the knees, with the tendons. There's a ceiling that you always hit. You're doing training, either you can start to increase the duration of the training, you start doing one-legged training when normally you do two-legged training, so that's increasing the load. You start adding weights, you put a weight vest on when you do your Tai Chi practice, or you get going lower, you start sinking your pelvis lower towards the ground. There'll always be a ceiling when you're quad dominant. So you get to a point, every time I get to this point, my knee doesn't like it or hip doesn't like it, something like that, because the quads are actually, they're so maxed out they can't do any more loading. So then you always hit a ceiling all the time in your progress, and then have to have an injury, and then you rehab that, have them rehab the quad dominance, the neurological pattern in the system, and then you build up again, build up, get to on the same point, and bang, it injures again. So that's the ceiling. So when you rewire to a posterior chain dominance through these exercises, it means that when you normally would hit the ceiling, you just don't. And the quads don't have DOMS for days. DOMS is like delayed muscle soreness. It usually comes in 24 to 48 hours after training. Nearly a custom exercise when it comes in. So I found Tai Chi and Kung Fu training can make the body quad dominant if it already has a predisposition to it. So I had to unwind all these things myself. Most of my knowledge has come from unwinding my own injuries, learning how to do that, and then how to unwind injuries of other people that are similar or a bit different too. So I hope you enjoy. We've got a lot of the film, still more to go, but that's what quad dominance is, and it's useful to get to rewire it.